Hi guys, it is me, Tiffany. First of all, I want to thank you all. I was absolutely blown away by the response to the last Pawpaw update. Lots of people watched it, lots of interaction and questions. Thank you guys for sharing your interest with me in Pawpaws. So it's now August the 15th, and my Pawpaws usually start ripening around the end of August. And you can see I have lots of Pawpaws hanging. There's some. So this tree over here has been dropping a lot of Pawpaws, honestly, since the 1st of August. And now this tree right here is starting. So this tree I got from the Broad River, which is a river here in North Carolina. And it appears to be earlier ripening because, again, it started dropping fruit around August the 1st. In here, around mid-August, this tree is starting to drop fruit. I actually picked a fruit up off the ground yesterday. It is this one right here. And I'm going to try to open that up for you so we can see it. So it's very interesting that Pawpaws, just like, say, peaches and blueberries and all that other stuff, you appear to have different kinds, and some are early ripening, some are later ripening. I want to actually look at this tree. This tree has always produced some big old Pawpaws. Now, look at this Pawpaw and look at my hand. That Pawpaw is the size of a baking potato. And I mean, that's not the only one. It has lots of pretty huge Pawpaws. The thing is, even though these Pawpaws are a pretty good size, the seed to flesh ratio is something you have to think about. So all my Pawpaws are not name brand Pawpaws. Like you have Mango and Susquehanna and all those others. I don't have any name brand Pawpaws. I have Pawpaws that I've sourced from local sources, and honestly some that have been grown from seeds. So one thing you have to think about is the seed to flesh ratio. Even though you might have a huge Pawpaw, so if you have a bunch of seeds in it, it's less desirable. Let's go to this tree that I said that had been dropping fruit since the beginning of August. And I'm trying to see if there's still any fruits on it. And it's almost looking like all its fruits are gone. So this would be a very early ripening one. And I'm looking up in the tree, and I don't even see any hanging. So I guess this girl right here, I think she's done. So I want to cut this open so we can see what the inside looks like. This is not the first Pawpaw I've harvested this year, but this is the first time that I've had to do a video. So let's cut it open. So this is what this one looks like inside. It's got a golden yellow hue. As I recall, I have some that have more of a lighter hue. Let me kind of taste this and then let you see the size of some of the seeds. So even though I didn't show me tasting this, this is quite good. But I want you to notice the size of the seeds. When it comes to Pawpaw seeds, this thing has some huge seeds. This is my thumb, and I don't have small hands, okay? Look at the size of that seed, or the seeds. So this particular Pawpaw, even though the tree makes big Pawpaws, it makes huge seeds, huge. And you can see all the juiciness. Very good. So the fruit ended up having 8 seeds in it. And I laid the seeds out on a ruler so you can see about how big they are. This is really big for Pawpaw seeds. Pawpaw seeds are usually about 3/4 of an inch to an inch long. More like this last seed. These that are measuring about 1.5 inches long, that's pretty extraordinary for a Pawpaw. And that's probably why that particular tree that gives fruit around the middle of August has such big fruit. I think that's because it has such big seeds. So far as flesh to fruit ratio, it could be better. But if you want high flesh to fruit ratio, you're going to have to research some of the named pawpaws that people have bred specifically to be very meaty and have less seeds. While I'm here, another thing I want to tell you is, let's say you want to save these seeds to perhaps sell them or even plant them next year. It is very important that immediately, like now, you take them and you put them in either dampened, and I'm talking about damp, not to where you can squeeze it and wring out water, just moistened. Either you could put it in soil, like potting soil, or peat moss. You could even wrap it up in a paper towel and then stick it in the refrigerator. Here's the reason why. First of all, in order for these seeds to germinate, they have to be cold stratified. So they need to be cold stratified for about 3 to 4 months. So if you pop these in the refrigerator, not freezer, if you pop these in the refrigerator, now by next spring, they will be ready to sprout. Also, they have to be kept moist. So if I were just to put this in the refrigerator like that and not put anything there to keep it moist, these would dry out and they would not germinate. So please be aware of that. If you plan on buying seeds like online, you need to ask some questions. First of all, have these been cold stratified? How long have they been cold stratified? How were they cold stratified? Did you keep them moist during the whole stratification period? Those are some very important questions to ask, because you could be buying seeds that someone just threw in a jar and set on their shelf, and they're mailing them out to you, and they're never going to sprout for you. Alrighty, guys. I thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.